Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and First Lady Zinash Tayachew have arrived in Seoul, South Korea for an official business visit. Office of the Prime Minister indicated the Premier was warmly received by President Yoon Suk Yeol at the South Korean presidential office. During the occasion, the two leaders held bilateral discussions and signed a $1 billion USD financing framework agreement for projects to be implemented over the next 4 years, it was indicated. The financing framework agreement targets projects to be implemented over the next 4 years. The Premier and First Lady Zinash Tayachew were warmly welcomed by the city of Chuncheon, where they lay a wreath at the monument of Ethiopian veterans of the Korean War and briefly toured the Memorial Hall. The memorial honors the Ethiopian Kanyo Battalion, which fought alongside South Korea and United Nations forces during the Korean War. The hall serves as a tribute to the sacrifices and contributions made by Ethiopian soldiers and aims to strengthen the historical ties between Ethiopia and South Korea. Ambassador of Ethiopia to South Korea stated the visit of the Prime Minister shows the historical ties that the two countries had for decades.
ኮሪያውያኖች ኢትዮጵያን ከአፍሪካ በዛች በችግር ጊዜ የረዷቸው
Koreans look Ethiopians as their blood brothers from Africa, for Ethiopians have been able to support them in Korean War. During his visit, the Prime Minister visited Ethiopia Kanyo Battalion Museum. People found in Chuncheon City have rallied on the streets to show their love to Ethiopia.
The ambassador also stated the visit will boost the bilateral relations between the two countries.
ይህንን እጅግ ታሪካዊ የሚያደርግ ነው። ከዚህም ጋር ተያይዞ የክቡር ጠቅላይ ሚኒስትራችንና የልዑካቸው ጉብኝነትም ይህንን ታሪካዊ ግንኙነትና ወንድማማችነትን ወደ ላቀ ደረጃ የሚያሸጋግር እንደሆነ
This official business visit of the Prime Minister with his ministerial delegation elevates the historical diplomatic ties to a high level. We have seen this historical diplomatic relation is developing holistically. The visit is a platform to show our historical ties as well as an opportunity to start new cooperation frameworks between the countries. On the other hand, the countries have agreed to work on technology transfer among universities and activities. The other agreement is on trade and investment. They have agreed to broaden access to markets. We're working on making Korean products accessible to Ethiopian market as well as increasing the participation of Korean investors in Ethiopia.
The Minister of Government Communication Service, Legacy Tulo, on his part has said the visit of the Premier enhances the cultural, historic and diplomatic ties between the countries.
Korea Republic President ጋር የሁለትዮሽ ስምምነቶችን አድርጓል.
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has made a bilateral agreement with the President of Korean Republic Yoon Suk-yeol. As it's known, Korea has made for the last 50 years an amazing economic development. Korea has developed a resilient economy after the severe war it faced. Some reasons like government-led industry development, export-focused economy, saving, education and social development, and others. Ethiopia has shared experience in those areas, and the two leaders have discussed on bolstering these experiences between their countries.
The Minister of Finance, Ahmed Shide, on his part, said that the two countries signed a $1 billion framework financing agreement that lasts for 4 years.
$1 billion ለአራት ዓመት የሚተገበር framework financing agreement የሚባል ተፈራርመናል።
$1 billion framework financing memorandum of understanding agreement, which will be implemented for the coming 4 years, has been signed between the two countries. This is the huge main access in development framework for the Korean government in the last few years. This is a threefold from the previous development financing. This can be taken as a result of Prime Minister Abiy's visit and discussion with Korean government.
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has reaffirmed Ethiopia's commitment to work together with South Korea to further enhance partnership between the two countries. The Premier, who was in South Korea for an official working visit, also appreciated South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol for a warm welcome to his delegation. During his stay, the Premier, accompanied by a ministerial delegation, will participate in the Korea-Africa Summit. The summit will be held on the 4th and 5th of June 2024 under the theme "The Future We Make Together, Shared Growth, Sustainability and Solidarity," it was learned.